Welcome, everybody, to the Spokane Sangha and Recovery Dharma. My name is Julia. I'm one of the facilitators of our practice. It is such a privilege to practice. It is always such a wonderful stir when we get people in here that are have, as Thich Nhat Hanh says, wrong view. It's such fertile ground to practice patience and openness. Last week, we were having a conversation about the cultivation of compassion, which is one of the 4 limitless qualities in Buddhism. And I shared with everybody this beautiful practice that I call just like me. And this is a practice where we can look upon someone else, particularly when they're engaging in unskillful behavior. And instead of allowing our minds and our hearts to be sullied with judgment and negativity about the unskillfulness that we are bearing witness to, we have a pause, we have a moment where we can remember, oh, yikes, they are acting unskillfully just like me. I have the capacity to act unskillfully. My unskillful actions may not be in the form of showing up to a Buddhist Zoom meeting and causing mischief, but I have all kinds of other ways unskillful actions arise within me. So just like me, as human beings, we all have the capacity to be unskillful. And when we can recognize that with the feeling tone of compassion, there's an ease that comes over us. There's a sense of forgiveness. There's a sense of letting go where we don't have to allow that energy to leave deep, lasting imprints. We can just, kind of like glitter in our hands, we can just be like, whew, and blow it away. That's kind of the brilliance of compassion. Today, I'd like to bring forward the 4th limitless quality that we are spending the month of July exploring: lovingkindness, Maitri, metta. One of the things I'd like to preface in this conversation is lovingkindness is not the same thing as being nice. Friends, listen, I like sweet things. It's kind of one of my habit energies. But nice is too sweet. You know what I mean? We're kind of moving on from that immature state of being nice to placate, to smooth things over, to actually avoid. Sometimes when we play nice, it's because we're avoiding. We're avoiding confrontation. We may have a lack of confidence. So loving kindness is an anchor point. It's a way of grounding ourselves. It's a way of getting centered. It's a feeling tone that enables us to bring forward the seeds of reverence, awe, curiosity. Loving kindness isn't just words that we recite in a mantra, although that is a good place to start. But to really enact loving kindness as a quality, there is a depth of feeling related to it. It's one thing to say, may you have ease and peace. It's another thing to feel it. may you have ease and peace. So for today's practice, I'd like to bring forward a practice I call 3 things. The 3 things. And Lo actually inspired this practice years ago. And one of the things about the 3 things is we can use the 4 foundations of mindfulness as a way of generating concentration and awareness. And if you're not familiar with what the 4 foundations of mindfulness are, it's very simple. The body, your emotions, your thoughts, and your stories. Each one of those things are points of mindfulness that we can pick and choose from and play with and practice. Today, for the 3 things of practicing loving kindness, we're going to use just the body. Okay? So I'd like you to be thinking about the practice from last week of compassion, just like me, and to allow in your mind other people in this practice. So to begin this practice, come into your body, turn your gaze inward, and invite your gaze to be soft and curious. Allow the body to relax, allow the body to rest. Allow the body to receive. And take a couple of breaths to ease into the 3 things. This is a practice of loving kindness for oneself and by extension for others just like me. The mantra we're going to have floating around in our consciousness is one that you've heard many times, I'm sure. But today we're going to say it in such a way that I want you to allow emotions to be evoked. Feel these words. The mantra is, may you have ease and peace. May I have ease and peace. Sometimes in mantras, as we breathe in, may I have ease and peace, and on the exhalation we simplify it to simply ease and peace. Ease and peace. And we're going to bring into our awareness the foundation of mindfulness known as the body, your body, my body. And we're going to pick 3 things today. I always like to pick 3 things that I often don't even think about, that I take for granted. Today, I'd like to start by bringing our awareness to our thumbs. And I'd like you to just take a moment and smile about your thumbs. First of all, the word thumb is a funny word for me. I don't know why, but it makes me laugh. It's a weird word, thumb. Everything about it feels funny in my mouth, thumb. But without my thumbs, life would be very, very different. And if you don't believe me, this evening, when you go to brush your teeth or any time during the day, try just resting your thumb against your hand like this. I'm holding it right beside my fingers, and just as if I don't have a thumb and I can't move it, and try brushing your teeth with your toothbrush. Opposable thumbs. Miracles. We don't hardly ever think about our thumbs. So if you have working thumbs, what a relief. Thank you, thumbs. May I continue to have ease and peace. When you notice people today who have thumbs, wow. May you continue to have ease and peace, just like me, in celebration of your thumbs. If you notice anybody today who doesn't have the use of their thumb due to injury, illness, amputation, paralysis, enormously humbling. May you have ease and peace, navigating your life without thumbs. It's something so small and yet so profound. Next up, your tongue. What a weird, squishy muscle, the tongue. What a miracle in the body. Without a tongue, our speech is severely impaired. Our capacity to chew and swallow severely impaired. So much of our enjoyment of life through food and taste happens at the level of the tongue. If you have a working tongue, you have so much. May I continue to have ease and peace thanks to my tongue. The people you see today, all the smiles you get to share. Maybe even if you have a relationship with somebody where you can joyfully stick out your tongue to them in mischief, silly mischief, celebratory mischief. What a fun thing to do. May you have ease and peace thanks to your tongue. And then you can imagine people out in the world, people who've had cancer and who have had part of their tongue surgically removed, people who have been injured. There are people who have had seizures and they have bitten through their tongues. There are people who have had strokes and their tongues no longer function well, impairing speech. There's a whole lot of judgment and social stigma associated with speech impediments and impairments. We assume people are all kinds of things because of the way they talk. And because of the way they talk, it's so difficult to get behind that and actually really see someone and be present to them as a whole human being, just like me. May you have ease and peace as you navigate this life with an impaired tongue. And then for the third thing today, coming into your bodies now, I'd like to spend this time in silence, and I'd like for you to simply reflect on this practice and allow something to come alive in your body. Something that maybe you take for granted, some part of your body that you hardly even think about. It could be the callus at the bottom of your big toe. It could be an internal organ that you never think about. Your gallbladder. What does that thing do? Anything that comes alive for you, trust that whatever is arising for you is actually your body's wisdom trying to get your attention. And offer that voice of wisdom coming from within you, loving kindness. Hey, gallbladder, may you have ease and peace within me. Thank you for your service. Feel it, friends. And may this be a simple introductory invitation to step into this vast, limitless space of loving kindness. Friends, the practice of loving kindness is a little bit like holding a candle and shining it into some of the dark, abandoned, maybe even neglected places of our inner landscapes. It is a gentle approach. It is a soft light. It is a salve to those areas within needing tender, soft care. All sentient beings are worthy of loving kindness. All sentient beings at their core are loving kindness. The practice is simply to peel the layers of abandonment and neglect, clear away the debris of negativity, and amend the mind and heart with beauty, tenderness, care. When we bring loving kindness to the dark spaces within, we bring loving kindness to the darkness outside of us. When there's more light outside, there's more light within. Easy does it, nice and slow, gentle practice. This is loving kindness. Luma, thank you. With that, friends, let's go ahead and end our practice with a dedication of merit. And let's intentionally put our hands in a hand mudra where the left hand is the base, the right hand on top, thumbs touching, loving kindness. This is a hand mudra of great harmony, balance. Making space in that open space between the hands and the thumbs for all the ways that we have denied ourselves loving kindness. May that enter the space in our hands, come alive in our hearts and minds, reveal itself in places of rejection, neglect, harshness, distortion, unskillfulness. May all the ways that we have been loving and kind to ourselves, by way of nurturance, rest, creativity, education, prayer, service, love, affection. So many ways we are loving and kind. So many ways we have work yet to do. All of it coming together in harmony, in awareness. May this practice bring ease and peace. May this practice bring healing for your strength and endurance. May this practice awaken you to the wonder and miracle of your life exactly as it is. May you receive the joy and compassion and equanimity of loving kindness. May your expression be limitless. And may you have the courage to share with a world desperate for your care. Thank you so much for your beautiful practice today, friends. We'll see you next time. Namaste.